Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my stretch routine for lower back pain. I did actually film this on a day that my back was hurting, so every now and then you will see me pause and take a breath and rub my back a little bit because it does hurt. So let's just get started. First thing I do is I just sit on my yoga mat with my legs crossed and try to get as much of the tension out of my back as I possibly can, because I found that if I sit with my legs crossed, it doesn't hurt my back as much. So that's the first thing I do. And I will tell you right now, I do not know all the technical names for these stretches, so you are going to have to bear with me. And then after that, I just transition into I think this is called a butterfly. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And of course you can correct me down below if you know the actual names. And this is probably more of a morph butterfly, given that my back was hurting. So it's not as flexible and transitioned as it usually would be if my back wasn't hurting. And a lot of these do come from yoga, so yeah, that's why you'll see these. And after the butterfly, I just kind of go into a twist. I do one on both my right and left side, no matter what side of my back is hurting, because yeah, I don't want to overstretch or understretch anything and possibly injure the other side. And I just held these stretches for as long as I could before the pain got too bad. And you will see me reposition a few times in these because of how bad my back was actually hurting on this day. So after I got done with the twist, I got untwisted and got to a seated toe touch. And yes, this is where you can tell that my back's actually hurting, because it's taking me a few times to actually get into the position. I can usually touch my toes, but this particular day is just easier to kind of touch my toes and then see how far I could stretch once I got comfortable. So that's what this is. I'm not pausing or taking a break. I'm trying to stretch as far as I can and then see if I could stretch farther. So the toe touch that way did not work. It did not last long. And then the one thing I've always found that helps with my hips in particular is a squat. So I do a squat and then I transition into downward dog. Like I said, some of these are from yoga, others are not. And after I transition out of downward dog, I kind of transition into up dog. Kind of. I wish I would have thought about the camera angle when I was filming this, but I didn't. But after that, I just transitioned back into downward dog because it felt better on my back than the other one did. And after I get done with that, I transition into, some people call it cat and cow. Other people call it cat and camel. It makes more sense for cat and camel because you do put a hump in your back. So, whatever you want to call it, cat and cow, cat and camel. So, I just do that a few times because that really does help me. And I can breathe through that a little bit easier. And that is one thing. I do try to breathe through all of this, so I'm not making anything worse. And when I say breathe, I don't mean full-on yoga breathing, because that's just not going to help when I'm in pain. So this is another one of my breaks where I'm taking a deeper breath and rubbing my back, and then kind of twisting a little bit more before I go into my next pose, which is child's pose. And I especially like this one for my back too. I found that this one helps a lot. And after I get done with this one, which I'm pretty sure I hold this one for a while, and then I transition into Cobra. Okay, so at this point I'm attempting to transition into Cobra stretch. Just taking a little bit because my back is hurting so bad. But I eventually get into Cobra stretch. There we go. And like I said, I just hold these as long as I think I possibly can without going too far, because if it gets too bad, I'm not going to be able to move. And then I slowly stand back up. And I rub my back a little bit more. And then I try to do a standing, I don't know if this is a hip flexor stretch or a hamstring stretch. We do these in Zumba, and it's easier when my back isn't hurting, and it looks funky either way, but I do both sides. And this does help, but it helps a little bit better if you're not hurting as bad as I was on this particular day. And I can't tell you if that's actually necessarily a good thing for back pain or not, but it felt good for me. So I did that, and then I transitioned into some standing stretches, like standing side stretches, because it does help. And I just moved backwards for the camera at that point. And you are going to have to excuse the mess to my side, because I do have a new cat, so he pretty much lives in that little area in my floor, so that's what the mess is. But like I said, I stretch both sides, and that's what I call my stretch routine for lower back pain, other than a couple more twisting stretches. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not done so already, hit the red subscribe button down below. If you want more stretch routine videos, let me know. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.